from Viday. Viday is a non-profit initiative by the students of IIITM Kanchipuram to give free coaching and resources to students preparing for national level competitive exams like NTSC and NMMS. Today our topic is verbal series, which is important in both NTSC and NMMS. Verbal series consist of mainly a number series, alphabetical series, and combination of both number and alphabetical series. We'll see one by one and we'll see a lot of examples on each topic. A string of alphabets and numbers are in combinational form. A sequence, the sequence comes together following a definition. Like in every series or any sequence, the candidate is expected to detect a rule. Like there will be a specific pattern which we need to find, and such that we can make a given sequence with that pattern overall. Like we need to answer as the question accordingly. Types there are number series, alphabetic, as we discussed. We'll see one by one. Number series. Number series can be found using various characteristics of numbers and by using various types of calculations. Every series follows a certain pattern, as we said. Keeping this pattern in mind, we will have to find the missing term or wrong term, next term as per the question accordingly. In question there will be mentioning. For example, if we see 2, 4, 6, 8 and blank 12 and 14, as question is asked is find the missing number. We need to find the missing number in between 8 and 12. If you observe pattern, there will be multiple patterns for a given sequence. We need to go, if there are MCQs, we need to go by options. If there is a blank, we can write answer by using any pattern. For example, in this pattern, we can observe here it is a multiple of 2. 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 3 is 6, 2 into 4 is 8, and 2 into 6 is 12, 2 into 7 is 14, and 2 into 5 is missing. So our number will be 10. Same question with different pattern. Let us observe that. Initial number is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, and 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 2 12. So 10 fit with that pattern also. Our answer will be 10. So our final sequence will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We'll see more examples. And as you see another example, 10, 12, 15, 19, blank, 30, 37, 45 is our sequence. We need to observe a pattern in which these are occurring. Let us observe the difference of consecutive numbers. For example, 12 minus 10 is 2, 15 minus 12 is 3, 19 minus 15 is 4, 37 minus 30 is 7, 45 minus 37 is 8. So we observe that difference is increasing consecutively. So as 15 minus 12 is 3, 19 minus 15 is 4, the next number minus 19 should be 5. So next number is 19 plus 5, which is 24. And similar way, 24 plus 6 is 30. This pattern fits the sequence and follows for all numbers. So our answer is 24. We'll see another example. 1, 2, 4, 9, 16, blank, 36, 49, 64. Find missing number. If we observe a pattern, that is squares of consecutive integers like 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, blank, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square, 8 square, in this way. 1 into 1, 2 into 2, 3 into 3, 4 into 4, 5 into 5. Our answer will be 5 into 5, 25. Number series. uh, we'll see different type of example. As this is the wrong number, like the missing number. Now we will see the next number in the sequence. As question given 1, 4, 4, 2, 7, 0, 10. There is like, if we see difference 4, 1, 3, 4, 4, 0, 2 minus 4 minus 2, there is no specific pattern. So in this way, if the sequence is alternatively occurring, then there is no such pattern which can apply to this sequence. So we need to divide the elements consecutively, as odd placed numbers are in one series and even number placed are in one series. 1, 4, 7, 10. This series is just by adding 3 to its odd conjugative index, and 4 to 0. This series just subtracting 2 from its even conjugative index. So our answer will be 0 minus 2, which is minus 2. Or we can see in another way, like 4 to 0. Okay, this is like 4 to 0 minus 2. 1, the next example is 1, 8, 27, 65, 125, 2. Find the wrong number in the series. There will be a lot of questions on wrong number in series. We need to find a pattern which suits all the values except 1. There will be a one wrong answer. So if you observe, 1 is a 1 cube, 8 is a 2 cube, 27 is 3 cube, 125 is 5 cube, and 216 is 6 cube. But 65 is which doesn't satisfy in this pattern, and 64 is 4 cube. So the wrong element in the series is 65. Note that, like, if we can remember the squares of first 20 natural numbers and cubes of first 10 natural numbers, it will be more helpful in competitive exams. More questions are asked based on squares and cubes related. It can be productive. It decreases the time. Okay, we'll see one last example for number series. 1, 5, 11, 19, 29, and 14, 1. Find the next number. Like, there is no specific pattern here itself. Also, it doesn't follow squares, or it doesn't follow addition. It doesn't follow subtraction. It doesn't follow multiplication. So it will be a combination of anything. Like here it is a combination of squares and addition. If you see, 1 into 1 plus 0 equal to 1. 2 into 2 plus 1 equal to 5. 3 into 3 plus 2 equal to 11. 4 into 4 plus 3 equal to 19. So in this way it occurs. If we see, left part is the squares of the conjugative numbers and conjugative natural numbers, and right part is the sum of conjugative whole numbers, and their sum is the our result. So by applying this logic, we get answer is 54 as 7 into 7 plus 6, which is 49, plus 6, which is 54. Okay. Now we will move on to alphabetical series. The series is formed by alphabets following a certain pattern, and the missing term should be found, or the wrong term should be found, as we saw in natural numbers, number series. Same way. The first step we should take when we encounter questions on alphabetical series is to map the alphabets and numbers. Like, we should relate the alphabets to numbers so that we can easily find the answer. Remember this mapping, this will be useful in most of the questions, like in most of the questions in alphabetical series. Like, it is simply write the sequence, like write the alphabeticals in order up to M, and from N to reverse, and map the numbers like 1, 2, 3 consecutively, and Z will be 26, as there are 26 alphabeticals in alphabets. Just remember this mapping, this will be helpful in our further examples. Okay, now we will discuss example. Example 1. A, D, G, M, P. Find the missing alphabet in the series. Like, if we see A, D, G, question mark, M, P, we can't really relate to anything. But try to relate with the number series. As we saw in earlier, A is 1, D is 4, G is 7, and M is 13, and P is 16. Now if we observe 1, 4, 7, blank, 13, 16, there is a difference of 3 between adjacent values in series. So our missing number will be 10 in alphabetical, in which 10 represents J. So our final series will be A, D, G, J, M, P. Okay. Now we will see another A, D, I, question mark. We need to fill an alphabet in place of question mark. A, we know that A is 1, D is 4, I is 9. So if we observe 1, 4, 9, it is the squares of the natural numbers. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. So our next number is 4 square. That is 16. 16 represents P in this mapping, as we see. So our sequence becomes A, D, I P. We'll see B C A D Z E F X G. We need to fill the alphabet in between E and F. So if we, when you see a series, whether there is no steady increasing or steady decreasing, or it is oscillating alternately, then it must be a combination of two series in alternative position. So like we observe that. So we have to separate and then solve. B, we are separating with odd places into one sequence and even places into one sequence. So B, A, Z space X, next C, D, E, F, G. These are two series. On an inspection, we can conclude that B, A, Z. If we observe in this mapping, B is at 2, A is 1, Z is at 26. So it is like moving from B to A and A to Z and Z to Y. So our next number will be Y. After Y, there will be X. So it fits the sequence. And C, D, E, F, G. It is a conjugative in alphabetical order. So our answer will be Y. So our final result will be B, C, A, D, Z, E, Y, F, X, G. Okay. So like until now we saw only one alphabet into only one letter alphabet series. There will be two, three, four alphabets. So here we will see example of two alphabet series DG, HK, LO, PS, TW and the next series. In a two-letter series, first we have to see if the difference between first and second letter of each term is constant. Like we need to check some basic numbers. If DG, in this case, if difference between G and D is 3 and K and H is 3, O and L is 3, S and P is 3, W and T is 3. So the difference is constant. Now we need to find, like we know that next alphabetical next two terms will be the difference is 3, but we don't know the which term, like where they are. So now we see some, there must be some sequence of first letter in each term or the second letter in the previous term. So and the first letter in each term is the continuation of the second letter of the previous term. If you see D, G, after G there is H and HK, after K, L, L, O, after O, P, P, S, after S there is T, T, W, after W we see X and X plus 3. Like if you see X plus 3, X plus 3 is 27, in which we have only 26 alphabets, but 27. We need to go in a clockwise direction, starting from A and ending at Z. After Z, there will be A. So X is at 24 position, Y 25, Z 26, and 27 is A. So our answer will be XA is the answer. We need to check with this mapping x plus 3, so y, z and a. If it is 4, x, y, z, a, b. Okay. Now we'll see further more examples like ay, dv, gs, question mark, mo, pj. If we observe closely and relate the alphabets with previously discussed mapping, we can observe there is a certain mapping of diagonals with starting letters of different 3. Okay, just take an example ay and dv. If here you can see a y which are diagonal and dv which are diagonal and gs diagonal and mo are diagonal, and we see like ad which is difference of 3 and dg which is difference of 3 and gj which is difference of 3. So our after g plus 3 is j. So diagonal to j is p. So in our missing two digit alphabet are j and p is our required answer. So there will be a different number of patterns. We need to figure out pattern with, if there are two letters we need to find the difference or sum is constant or anything we need to find such that one thing will be constant, and we can find the next number with the help of previous number with the second alphabet or with the first alphabet. So we'll see one more example. E Z D X C V A R Z P. If we closely observe E Z D X C V A R Z P, like there is no fixed pattern. If you see observe E Z and D X, E is at fifth position and Z is at 26th position. There is no correct meaning. And DX, the DX are diagonal. So there is no specific pattern here. So we need to divide the numbers into, like divide the two alphabet numbers into one, so that we can observe the all in every two alphabet series, divide the first into a sequence and second into a sequence, so that we can observe EDC space A Z and ZXV space RP. If you observe now, if you observe EDC, which is decreasing order, EDC, next number will be B. After B, A. It fits. So one or missing first letter is B. In similar way, ZXV, after the T to R. As here we can clearly see Z minus X is 2 and X minus V is 2 and V minus T is 2, T minus R is 2. So T is our required alphabet. So our answer will be BT is solution. So both the sequence are decreasing with 1 diff and 2 diff, as we see. E minus D is 1, Z minus X is 2. So in this way there will be a different number of patterns we need to find. Note, like the idea of two-letter sequence can be extended to and applied to 3, 4, and n letter of sequence if asked. Okay. Thank you for attending. Please check the description below for extra questions and lecture notes for each chapter. Please like, share, and subscribe to Viday.